Today, I'm in Bruges, a medieval fairy tale of a city that somehow smells like chocolate and beer at the same time. I'm here to hunt down what's being called the best chocolate shop in the world, wander through cobblestone streets older than most countries, and try not to get trampled by a horse-drawn carriage while pretending I know where I'm going. Oh, and there's a bar here with an underground beer pipeline that runs straight from the brewery. Yeah, a literal beer pipeline. Forget Wi-Fi. This is how civilization should have evolved. Hello. I just arrived in Bruges, and so I'm slowly meandering my way into the city from the train station. It's only like a 15 or 20 minute walks, and easy enough to find. Just follow the crowds, and because everyone that gets off that train is heading towards the city center. And you can already see a little bit of the medievalness, but it's gonna get a lot more medieval on your ass, so stay tuned. Okay, now getting closer to the city center, and I just happen to see this sign here. I don't know what that means. Is it not allowed to dig or whatever? Someone tell me. I don't know what's going on. But there's a lot of signs in Europe like that where it's just something going on and there's like a line through it. So I've never actually gotten around to looking that up. I probably will never actually get around to looking that up. So, but drop in the comments. Educate me if you know what that is. Ooh, horsies. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. So, this should be like the Half Moon Brewery, and the cool thing about this place is that they've actually got taps running directly from the brewery into the pub, so you're not going to get beer any fresher than that. And they're the only ones in the world, to the best of my knowledge, that do that. Yeah. Here it is. So they can see that's the pipe where the beer comes from. So the Half Moon. So here it is, the Half Moon Brewery. All right, so okay, they've got some little kegs. I'll just call them kegs. I can't remember what they're called. I need some food. But yeah, inside the Half Moon Bakery, not bakery. I always want to call it the Half Moon Bakery. It's the Half Moon Brewery, that has a name which I can never remember in Dutch. The yes, the Half Moon, whatever, the Half Moon. But yeah, like I said, pretty cool. They, probably a gimmick, but still pretty cool. They pipe the beer directly in from the brewery, and hoping that the food's good too. If nothing else, I know the beer will be good. The beer should be good. I mean, no matter what, even crap beer in Belgium is probably pretty damn good beer. I don't think I've had any Belgian beer I don't actually like. So, yeah, let's find out. All right, so what's on the menu here? They tell a little story. Inside brewery, you'll find restaurant, cozy, yes, they're the only one where you can enjoy an unfiltered Bruges straight from the brewery tap. And I guess that's why I have to order the Bruges. But the question is, the blonde or the double? I might get the blonde actually, just to chill a little bit because it's still early in the day. And at some point I have to get some food, but we will see. We will see. So I got the, what was it again? I can't pronounce it. The Bruges Blonde. But because apparently it's the only place where you can get the Bruges on tap. Oh look, they even show you the pipeline here, of how it shows up. There's a little map of the pipe. And then of course, the Bruges, I guess the Bruges means Joker. I don't know, someone tell me. Or maybe just the village idiot. Or the jester, or maybe just the village idiot is what I assume. So that's me. Alright, so cheers. That's nice. That's very nice. I enjoyed that. Very flavorful. Yeah, if you've never had a Belgian beer before, do it, because it's got so much more flavor than the beers you're used to. Like there's so much more depth. There's the maltiness, the little hoppiness. They're so good. They're so good. It's almost like caramel notes as well in there. It's just all kinds of stuff going on. But so many more layers, so much, like a meal, although watch out for them because usually the alcohol content is a little bit higher, so you want to get completely smashed after one or two. That can happen, so watch out. But yeah. Now just look at my glass here. So it tells the journey
It's actually a 3.5 kilometer pipe that runs from the brewery to here. So wow, okay, that's a little bit of a longer pipe than I expected. But hey, you know, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. I wish I had a pipe running directly into my place with fresh beer and wine and other alcohol. But hey, all great. But yeah, 3.5 kilometers. So that's, for my American friends, that's what, like maybe about 2 miles or something like that. It's at least 2 miles. Maybe a little bit. Maybe, yeah, it's in that ballpark. I think it's just over 2 miles. So I don't know. Someone else do the conversion. I don't know what that spell's going on. I have no approximations. All right, here's the. Thank you. I call it the Flemish stew. I can never remember how to pronounce everything, but it's beef stew and delicious. Have it every time you possibly can. And of course, can't go to Belgium without having fries. So definitely get some of the. Oh, well, there's that other sauce that I don't remember the name of. Let's check it out. Well, not bad. Not the best fries, but not bad. And I've made a lot of fries in my life and eaten a lot of fries. So they just need, I don't know, something, the oil just needs to be a little hotter. So, because the way to make great fries is you fry them twice. You fry it at a lower temperature first for longer to actually cook it. And then you fry it at a much higher temperature to get the outside crispy. Because that way you don't burn your fries, because you can't burn, because yeah, otherwise your fries end up being really crispy on the outside and not cooked on the inside and kind of raw, or you just burn them to death. So yeah, you gotta cook at 2 different temperatures. Looking forward to this. Beef stew is always good no matter what. So not bad. Not the best one I've had, but it's not bad. The one at Fin de Siècle is better. So this looks like a typical European square. So I'm going to assume that we are now entering the main square of Bruges. And one of these is probably some kind of palace-ish thing. Maybe one of these, maybe even a city hall. I don't know. We will find out. We will find out. But these squares are always, like I said, to me they all kind of look the same. It's just different sizes usually, but they've all got. Oh yeah, no, yeah. That's the big tower, and we'll run ourselves. But yeah, we'll check this out, see what's going on, and explore some more. But it's kind of cool. And a lot of main squares always have a Burger King, I've noticed, in Europe. Wonder why that is. Why not McDonald's? So it's super sunny here, so if you're in Europe, bring a hat. But about to start another tour here in Bruges with the Legends free tour people. I was on a tour of theirs in Brussels, and I really enjoyed that. And they become very highly recommended, so that's why I thought I'd give them a try here as well. Because they're even higher rated than some of the paid tours, so I thought, hey, why not? You know, free tours are always awesome. I mean, obviously you tip them, so it's not completely free, but you know, this way you don't have to worry that, you know, you're gonna pay for a shitty tour, because if the tour is shitty, then, well, you know, you just tip them less. But so yeah, if you're in Belgium, I definitely recommend checking out the Legends free tours, or actually I guess after this one. We'll see if this one's good too. So far I've only been to one of them. But there it is, the Belfry Tower. It's like 2 o'clock right now, so of course every hour on the hour it goes off and does its thing. So lots of fun. Kind of cool. If you're ever wondering why there's the little steps on top of the roof of these medieval houses, it was actually something that shows wealth. So the more steps you had, the more wealth you had, because it was very expensive to build in stone. So fun fact. Pretty wild. This house back here belonged to a very, very rich gentleman. Can't remember his name, but he was self-made, and so rich he actually managed to get them to build his own tunnel into the church back there, so he can go in and sit in his private box that they built, so he wouldn't have to mingle with the natives or the commoners. Which, sure, yeah, you don't want to do that. while you're trying to connect with God. So it makes sense. So it's pretty wild. And also this church, the tower here, although I don't know, I'll see it around the corner over there, but this is the second tallest brick building in the world, I believe, if I remember correctly. So someone can always fact check me in the comments. But yeah, look up there at potentially the second tallest brick building in the world, the narrowest street in Bruges, and also former red light district. Fun, fun, fun. Cool, fun. On the side of this castle, there is a fake window here, because this used to be just down here. I guess we're along the canal here. You had to pass through, pay the customs or duties, but some people didn't, so, or might not, so they just kind of put a fake window there, making you think someone's always watching, so you'll actually stay on it.
If you think of Game of Thrones, some of you saw the movie in Bruges. Colin Farrell jumping from that window onto the boat, one of the seats. Yeah.
That's the oldest building in Bruges, 900 years old. Alright, so I am at the chocolate line right now in Brussels by Dominique et Julius Persson, or Persoon. Apparently they're supposed to be very famous chocolatiers, some of the best in the world apparently. And so I'm gonna go and check it out, see what's going on with them and their chocolate. They're also gonna try not to get run over by a horse when you're here. Make sure you don't get run over by a horse, because they're pretty big, powerful creatures. But alright, so let's check it out. But there in the front, Jules and Dominique Belsoon. And they're recommended by all kinds of other stuff, but let's see what's going on. Interesting. There's the hipster shop, and it smells like cocoa in here. It's a very, very heavy cocoa smell that I love. So they show you this. I guess these are machines they make to make everything. They're kind of like a rock and roll chocolate factory here. If Willy Wonka was a rock and roller and possibly, you know, just a party animal, this could be the place. Definitely has a very rock and roll feeling in here. Actually, you come in here, if there's a music or anything like that, it makes you kind of want to dance, so it's pretty wild. Hopefully this music isn't copyright, because otherwise I'm screwed. Otherwise there'll be a copyright strike against me on YouTube. But check that out. Oh look, there's a giant buffalo made of chocolate. There's a dragon made of chocolate. Whether that's just for show, I don't actually know. And then whatever that means. Oh look at all the famous people that have been here. All their majesties have been here to the chocolate line, shooting chocolate. I think that you actually inhale that somehow through your nose, and somehow it's just as good as drugs, I mean, it's just as good as some stuff that could be interesting. Apparently Keith Richards, when he was here, he really enjoyed that of the Rolling Stones, if you're wondering. The blast of chocolate pleasure. What else? There's also got other stuff going on here. So you can kind of take a look. Oh, and of course, if you want the letter of your name in chocolate, you can do that as well. There's other fun things here. You get the mega, only 143 euros. You can get a giant mix just for everything. The only locations I believe is in Antwerp and Bruges here. So yeah, grab your bag. And if anyone, because I think there's actually one in Brussels that's trying to pass itself off as this place, and they're like a knockoff. So make sure you go to the original chocolate line. Make sure it's these guys. Alright, so this is the part of I'm still in the store right now, and it's air conditioning here, so I'm hoping I can try it. So these party balls, let's check it out. Open, boom. I don't know what. And then open up. Okay, look, all my party balls. Alright, let's see. What are they? There's supposed to be a card in here that tells me what things are, but they don't seem to very much. No, it's imaginary. So that's okay. I don't really care.
Oh, you're supposed to scan it.
Oh, you're supposed to scan and figure it out. Okay, well, I'm just going to go for this one that reminds me of a giant eyeball.
What's your favorite color is?
It's the slippery suckers. So that's So bottoms up, let's check out. I have no idea how to describe that. There's alcohol in this one, for sure. Feels like maybe a little bit of whiskey in this one. Maybe not, but it's nice. It's very different. It's not like any other praline I've had before. And the exterior, the chocolate, definitely has a different texture. Alright, here I'll try one more. Something different. We'll go with this middle one because it reminds me of something green. I like green. Green's a fun color, so let's try this one. Okay, I don't really like this one. It's really salty and savory. Maybe it's supposed to be something like the ocean, but this one was just way too salty. I'm not terribly crazy about this one. So it's not all. It's like a fruity saltiness, which throws me off a little bit. Right, I'll do one more. Then doing tic-tac-toe. Let's go down the thing like that. This purplish one. Oh. This has like, oh no. This one has scotch, for sure. This is a very smoky scotch, so that's interesting. I'm not expecting that, but I like smoky scotches, so that's all right. So yeah, it's a surprise one. Definitely very, very different. So check it out. Chocolate line if you're in town. Alright, so that was Bruges. I'm gonna head out now. Gonna try to track down a train, get back in the city, and do some more beering or boozing. I mean beering. Yes, I'll figure it out. But I don't know. Personally, I think one day or a day trip in Bruges is enough. But obviously, there are some people that like to come here and stay here for a while. And if that's you, then that's okay too. I won't judge you too much. But yeah, I think a day trip's enough. Unless you really love medieval stuff like hell, in which case then you might get a kick out of it. But really, it's like you said, it's kind of like Disneyland, but for medieval stuff. But look at this thing that I stumbled upon by accident. Of course, every time I start talking, I rev the damn engine. Screw you! Shut up! I'm trying to talk here. I'm trying to vlog to the 2 people that subscribe to me. Anyways, so here's a food truck festival apparently. And whoa, okay, actually it's a little bit bigger than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be a few trucks here and there, but I see a whole bunch of things down there that make it look like, wow, okay, this food truck party is much bigger than I thought it would be. So let's see what's going on. So it's almost like a, I don't know, like a, more than a food truck, it's like a little fair going on, a little carnival. So how interesting. I think somewhere it's lost in translation because this is it's not a food truck situation. It's like a lots of people it's almost like a little state fair. All right, check this out. Yeah, and there's no trucks here. There's all food stalls and stuff, but yeah. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. So it's like a little food fair situation going on. And looks like there's a lot of people here, so I'm gonna make a run for it for now. But I already ate, so I'm not hungry. But anyways, that's the food truck situation. Check it out.